This is Anita. Anita hit. Yeah. So, I haven't been around here for a while because the last time I came on, all I did was sit around and fart. And then after that, I was pretty embarrassed. So I decided to just lay low for a while until people forget about it. Oh, wait. I just reminded you about it. I shouldn't have done that. It's so stupid. Well, anyway, it's been a while, so I figure I owe you guys an update, you know? So, wait a minute, let me see. I had to wait 30 seconds. I had to watch my language for the first 30 seconds of this video. The 30 seconds is over now. So yeah, some shit happened to me in the last couple of weeks. Man, I don't even know where to start. First of all, let me tell you about my birthday. It was my birthday. And so I was just sitting around at home trying to relax. And I get this knock on my door, you know. So I go to the door and it's my neighbor, Mr. Gutierrez. He's got a goldfish bowl in his hands. And he's all asking me to take care of this goldfish for him. He's telling me, I don't know, he's got some kind of family emergency and he has to go to Trois-Rivières and he needs me to take care of his fish. And I'm thinking, man, it's my fucking birthday. You know, I don't want to take care of your fish today, especially. You know, I don't know if I can deal with this kind of responsibility right now. But then I remembered what my sponsor said. She said it's good to do nice things for other people. You know, basically, don't be a bitch. So I felt like I was kind of obligated to take care of his fish and be nice to him because he was nice to me before. I mean, like the time, you know, he lent me $100 and it took me like 3 years to pay him back. You know, he was pretty cool about it. So I figured I better just take that fish, you know. So I took the fish and I thought, well, how much work can it be? It's only a fish. Put it in my living room and I figured, well, it's just going to sit there, you know, so I can just go about my business. Well, it turns out a fish is actually a lot of work. You gotta clean it, you gotta change the water, you gotta put special stuff in the water, you gotta feed the fish. You know, it's a lot of things to remember. And then it started to make me feel kind of preoccupied with that fish. You know, like whatever I was doing, I just couldn't stop thinking. Maybe there's something that the fish needs. Maybe I forgot something for the fish, you know. And then after a couple of days, I was feeling like, nah, I got this. Fish is okay. And I let my guard down. And you know what happened? I forgot to feed the fish. Yeah, I forgot completely. And then the next morning, well, I'm not going to lie to you, it was the afternoon. I don't really get up in the morning. But anyway, when I got up, I went in the living room and the fish wasn't looking too good at all. It's kind of floating around, you know, almost halfway upside down. And my first reaction was I was really pissed off at Mr. Gutierrez. I thought, man, it was my birthday and that guy saddled me with the fish. I feel like he really violated my boundaries. But then I started panicking, you know, what if I killed a fish, you know? He's never gonna lend me money again. So I fed the fish. And lucky for us, I mean me and the fish was okay. But, heads up, if somebody asks you to babysit their fish, don't do it. It's not worth the trouble. So, that was one thing. And then the other thing was, yeah, so my sponsor's been getting on my ass. You know, she's the one who told me it's up to you to decide if you're sober. So I decided that I'm sober even if I take a lot of pills, you know. So then my sponsor starts telling me I need to take a beginner chip. She says, because of your use of prescription medications. And I told her Well, you're the one who told me it's okay to take prescriptions if you take them as prescribed. And she said, yeah, but not if it's your grandmother's prescription. There's no pleasing this woman, you know? And anyway, aside from that, I was kind of thinking, you know, maybe it's time I tried to get a job again. 'Cause it's been a while. And I got this friend. She's just a hooker, but she got a really great job at a company. So I asked her, what'd you do? And she told me I lied on my resume. Yeah, and I said, wow, man, that's really fucking smart. I wish I'd thought of that. I mean, that's genius. This fucking hooker, man. She never had a job in her life besides, you know, a blowjob. And she lied on her resume and she got a job in some fancy office. You know, she goes to work in fancy clothes and everything. So I figured, yeah, that's what I should do too. So I applied for a job and I got it. The only problem was it was a job for the government's evening COVID update broadcast. I was supposed to do the interpretation in sign language. And the problem is, you know, I don't know sign language. Well, I guess I didn't make the right signs because I got fired on the first night. In the middle of the broadcast, actually. And apparently there's a lot of really confused deaf people in Quebec right now. Now I gotta look for another job. I'll make sure it doesn't involve sign language. Sorry to all the deaf people, no offense. I was just trying to, you know, get some traction and like get a leg up and get a job and make some money, right? In a way that didn't involve a Starbucks cup. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been sitting out there with my cup and people say, why don't you get a job? Oh yeah? You want to hire me? No, they don't want to hire me. And neither does the government anymore. So I called my sponsor and I told her I lost my job and I told her what happened. And she said, Anita, why'd you do that? And I told her, well, you're the one who always told me, fake it till you make it. So I figured I'd just wing it. And she said, yeah, well, don't wing being a sign language interpreter on TV again. But it did work. So next time I apply for another job, I'm just going to lie on my resume again. I'll just make sure it doesn't involve sign language or flying a plane or like, you know, organic chemistry or some weird shit like that. And also, I'm going out and I run into the janitor and he's yelling and screaming and swearing at me and waving his cell phone in my face. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he shows me the footage and it's me on the CCTV. Apparently, I didn't notice, but while I was waiting for the elevator, the dog took a shit in the lobby and I didn't pick it up. And I told him, well, I just got back from smoking a fatty and I didn't even notice the dog took a shit. But he was really pissed off at me and he said Mr. Patel stepped in it. So after that, I started having a bit of a resentment against the janitor. I'm not supposed to have resentments. It's no good for my recovery. So I called my sponsor and I told her I got a resentment against the fucking janitor. And she said I'd have to do my fourth step and then I'd have to make amends to him. I told her, what do I have to make amends for? I'm not the one who shit in front of the elevator. But she said I'd have to make amends anyway. Fucker. My janitor's pissed off. And then he got even more pissed off because I I borrowed my sister's car, you know, and I accidentally ran over all the recycling bins. You know, I didn't do it on purpose. It is kind of funny though. I mean, I'm such an asshole, you know, I can't help it. I didn't do it on purpose. Anyway, the janitor stopped me and he said, Anita, you've been running over all the recycling bins. And I told him, I'm sorry, it was an accident. And then I thought, man, he's going to be really pissed when he looks at the CCTV footage and he realizes I've been doing it every day for the last 6 weeks. But then I came up with a good idea. It was Valentine's Day and my janitor was obviously depressed. So I gave him a good old bottle of Chateau d'Epineur. And I told him, sorry for running over the recycling bins. I know, I'm such an asshole. I told him, look, don't take it personally. I'm not trying to run over your recycling bins. Look at the car. This is my sister's car. Look at it. You notice how it's all scratched up and the door's banged in and the bumper's all scuffed up? That's me who did all that. I did all that in the garage. I mean, you know, why would I want to destroy my sister's car on purpose? So obviously, if I destroyed my sister's car by accident, I didn't run into your recycling bins on purpose, you know? It's just logical. So anyway, he was really happy. I gave him a bottle of wine, and I hope that that's the end of it. And so that's it. Yeah.
Anita, here I say, yeah. Anita, here I had a real shit. We got a real shit. We